nothing for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like Mickey Moore Nance. We had to go since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't come here to look for trouble. We just come here to do the Super Bowl show.
This is Speedy Willis, and I'm world class. I like running, but I love to get the pass. I practice all day and dance all night. I gotta get ready for the Sunday fight. Now, I'm as smooth as a chocolate swirl. I dance a little funky, so watch me, girl. There's no one here that doesn't like me. My Super Bowl shuffle will set you free.
I'm Samurai Mike, I stop from cold. Part of the defense, big and bold. I've been jamming for quite a while, doing what's right and setting aside. Give me a chance, I'll rock you good. Nobody messing in my neighborhood. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl show. We are the Bears, shuffling through, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like a new year's would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
I'm the punky QB known as McMahon. When I hit the turf, I've got no plan. I just throw my body all over the field. I can't dance, but I can throw the field. I motivate the cats, I like to tease. I play so cool, I aim to please. That's why you all got here on the double to catch me doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'm mama's boy, Otis, wanna be kind. The ladies all love me for my body and my mind. I flip on the floor as I can be, but ain't no sucker gonna get past me. Some guys are jealous of my style and class. That's why some end up on that. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just getting down to the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh my God. Got to be the corniest motherfucking song ever made. What's up, everybody that tuned into Ravage Reality, right? Where you tune in and I'm strictly a Bears fan. Bulls fan too. From DC. Something funny. You know what I'm saying? It all started in 83, 82, 83 season. When I was following somebody named Sweetness, you know? My love for football began there, you know? Sweetness, Tony Dorsett, whole thing was going on at the time. But Sweetness was the way he carried the ball, he threw the ball, caught the ball, did a little sweet little joint going in the end zone before Dion. And turned me on to the Bears. Coincidentally, 85 was the year things just turned into a locomotive, you know? And I witnessed that. So you're looking at a Bears fan who witnessed 85 season with his own eyes. Watched the horror. And all the way up until now, looking at a Bears fan, you know? I took my lumps. I've been feeling some terrible teams over my career of being a Bears fan. You know, and I've been through the ups and downs, you know. And that's one thing about having a football team. Right? It's just go through the ups and downs, you know. You just don't want to be a team that's like Detroit. Like if you're a Detroit Lions fan, then I understand you've been distressed and distraught a lot, you know. Because whether people know it or not, the football team really controls your emotions for the day, you know? Especially Monday. Let's say your team lose Sunday. Monday going to work is like, fuck that. Better not say I'm on the team, you know? Just feel off the next day. Let y'all win. You're all over the place at work. at school. You were in every mother classroom, screaming, hollering at people. You know, happy as a mother. It's just your attitude is different when you like team. That's why I love the Bears, but mostly I try my best not to be emotionally with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you get hurt. You know. Which brings us to 2020. Over the years, we had a lot of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And one of the videos before, I went over some of the quarterbacks that I painfully watched. You know, for the years. Now, I'm not one of those people that think you gotta have a big dynamic quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I mean, it's obviously you don't. You got somebody by the name of Tom Brady that don't run nowhere. So he's not dynamic at all. So you could basically me, I just don't like. I never expected the Bears to get a dynamic quarterback. And I don't think you really need one to win. But now that we have one, we should just win. It shouldn't be 10-10, 10-8, 10-7, 8-8. We shouldn't be around that no more. We should always be 3 above 500. We should always be threatening for Super Bowls with this play. I really believe that. You know, I had no problem with Mitchell Trubisky at all. You know what I'm saying? I think by now he'd be one of the top quarterbacks. You just gotta stay with these people sometimes, right? So I think they rushed the gun. It was something, I don't know what was going on with the Trubisky thing. I always was with him. I felt like he was all right, good enough for us to win the Super Bowl. He was taking us to the playoffs, so that was good enough. We just needed to just make plays, you know? And I think the quarterback, the coach good enough, Nagy. Look. Nagy just done too much for us to get rid of him. We've been 4 years, we've been in the playoffs twice. So in one of those years, we was 12-4. So I can't really knock him, even though I didn't want Lovey to go nowhere. Lovey was 10-6. You know what I'm saying? When he left. He came in next year and took him 12-4. Well, he's been 8-8 ever since. 8-8 is not going to cut it, son. 8-8 is what you're going to get with Daltons and Foles type players. Like, even Lovey wouldn't have those two quarterbacks. And Lovey don't know nothing about no quarterback. You know? I think Jay Cutler was a good quarterback. You know? He was good enough. He just made too many bonehead mistakes at the wrong time. You know? But that, his arm was good. He was good enough to win, put it like that. We put too much on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? We didn't use the running game. You know, when Cutler was there. We was trying to make him a 4,000 yard passer for no reason. When he got the arm to do it, but at the same time, he got the arm to throw 30 interceptions. So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? I just hate when people start talking about, you had a quarterback since Sid Luckman. I'm like, come on, dog, really? You're just being disrespectful to Jim McMahon. Jim Harbaugh, too. You know what I'm saying? He was nice. You know what I'm saying? I like Doug Flutie. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Kyle Orton, too. He wasn't really a star quarterback, but he was decent. You know what I'm saying? Rex Grossman took it to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Where is Rex Grossman? Damn, what happened here? Hey, I forgot all about him, too. We had Rex Grossman. You know what I'm saying? So we had a lot of quarterbacks over the years that never really panned out to anything. We never gave anybody. I think one quarterback that we should have kept and just gave him a chance was Mitchell Trubisky. I think trading for Cutler was good. You know what I'm saying? So I used to like Earl Kramer. You know what I'm saying? But those quarterbacks will take you so far. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have everything else around. So we got a running back. We got Montgomery. So I think once your level running back is up, your level quarterback don't have to be so high. You know what I'm saying? You just need your quarterback to make sure he ain't making those decisions. So I think if we get us having Justin Fields now, which is a different animal than all the quarterbacks we had before, because they just stand in the pocket quarterbacks. Mike Glennon, you know what I'm saying? Everybody remember him. You know, those people stand in the pocket. You know, so we never had a quarterback that just straight dip out. Jim Harbaugh would roll out too, though, and Jim McMahon would roll out. But they ain't dynamic when they roll out. They just quick for their feet. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting nowhere. Earl Kramer, yeah. I used to like Earl Kramer. He was decent too. So but right now we got a quarterback that's better than any one of those quarterbacks. Well, put like this, you got the chance to be better than any one of those quarterbacks. Easy, just easy. I think out of all of them, pure talent, Jay Cutler was the best quarterback we had. So I'm thinking if you can get Jay Cutler, Justin Fields on a level of Jay Cutler as far as the arm strength and the accuracy, as far as the deep ball, which he already has. And then if you can get him to be some kind of a pocket first, oh no, that line of scrimmages. We'll get on the line later, but the line is not all about the line because to me, Brady proves that year after year, like nobody know the names of the linemen that he be having. It's just like he don't get touched. Just simple fact. And then some of the things are the quarterback making changes at the line. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a rookie, you coming in the league, a whole lot of changes you can't make. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know those things. You know? Which I think he was in a disservice from the beginning in that game. We could have won that game though. There's a few plays in that game that, even though it was a disaster, the line would have held for a little longer. It was 2 touchdown bombs that he was looking at, that Justin Fields was taking a look at and about to throw. We got hit. And both of those boys was wide open. So I just think everybody overreacting with that first game. If you go back and watch it, it was big pressure. It was confusion in the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? It was his first game. They barely know his cadence. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. There's a lot of things that was going on. And the Browns was playing a good game where they was showing one front and going all the way through with that front, all the way through the snap, and then bring it back. It's like, that was nice because he's a rookie. You won't notice that. And some of those things from him throwing that interception that week before, some of those things making him just say, oh, no, let's bring this back. You know what I'm saying? Because that looks funny. You know? Instead of him just tossing like he did last time. But that comes from learning. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said he should have started from the first game. So don't need to be waiting around for, you want to let him sit for a year for, man. Like, what do you mean? You don't even know who will be here next year. Like, come on, just play ball. Put him in there and let him take his bumps and bruises. Learn everything now. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you put the line together. That's all. I think he had some good draft picks on the line of scrimmage, though. So I'm not going to really, you know, 2 linemen on the line of scrimmage. So I'm not going to really hop on. I don't like the fact they ain't spending no money on, you know what I'm saying, on the line of scrimmage. But when you think about it, they didn't expect to get a quarterback, but they still should have been looking to protect what's his name, Dalton, you know, or whoever you get in there. You just got, I don't know, man. Some I don't know. Like it's a tough call to make because it's hard to say it was coaching. It's hard to say it was the line. It's hard to say it was Justin Fields. It's just like it was all that shit. Everything in one bowl. One bowl was just out of order. Man. Like everybody was out of order the whole game. So it's just hard to even blame Justin for that shit. There's a few plays he fucked up was him. But goddamn, yeah, rookie, he supposed to have one of those even with the win. You know what I'm saying? Even if they would have won, he supposed to have some of those mistakes out there. So I wasn't really tripping on the mistakes. That's not huge to me, you know? Because the mistakes he was making when the interceptions or giving the ball up. So, I mean, he got sacked 9 times. That wasn't the only times he got hit, though. He dropped back 20 times. He got hit 17 of those, man. Like, he was getting punished. Like, you can't tell me somebody take a 3-step drop, gets hit before he can get on the 3rd step and say something he's supposed to do there. Like, come on, man. Some of them linemen, like 3-4 of those sacks was linemen just ran past. I mean, the defensive end just ran past the lineman. Like they wasn't even there and shit. You know? So, and Dalton probably got his head took off. He probably still laying out in there. So I never believe that Dalton would do anything different. So what we're working on now is just letting Justin get better and better. And I need Nagy to just stop talking about Dalton or whoever. None of these people should be on the team next year. You should get rid of Dalton. You should get rid of Foles. You about to lose Dalton, he's gonna be on free agent for no money. So now if you don't try to trade him real quick, you're just gonna lose him. Because you only got him on a 1-year contract, he's gonna be gone. You got Foles. You should be trying to trade both of them. Both of them gotta lead they gotta lead the roster. Foles is a cancer waiting to happen, just run his dumb ass mouth. Then you got Redman, it's the same thing. Andy Dalton gonna be the same. He just feel like he's supposed to be the starter. And you don't want to hear nothing about no Justin Fields. So he need to go. Get them two out. Let everybody know Justin Fields is our starter for the rest of the time we all here. We're gonna try to keep him healthy. We're gonna try to win as many ball games as we possibly can. In the meanwhile, we're gonna take the bumps and bruises with him. Because we know those bumps and bruises, one day we're gonna be flourished. So let's do it, fellas. And that's it. That's what Nagy should say from this point on. We ain't talking about no other quarterbacks. These quarterbacks not even want to be on the roster next year. Get rid of all those quarterbacks. Bring in some other veterans to teach my man the mold. People that come in there just to mold. Not to run their mouth talking about the offense is full of shit and all that. We don't want to hear all that. We don't want you on the sideline. You know the camera's going to pick it up, dumbass. We don't need you on the sidelines talking like that. What's wrong with you? Stupid. So we had Nagy in the press conference earlier. I'm going to listen to that real quick. Break that down. But my thoughts on Nagy is just he a decent coach, good coach. I just think you got to stay with coaches. You can't have a coach for 2-3 years. Man. You can't do it. That's not stability. Man. You gotta keep your coach in stability. Let him grow and learn. The same thing. You know what I'm saying? I think by now he was a coach of the year one time. Like, come on, man. So you can let everybody run their fucking mouth like Stephen A. and all them. Let them run their mouth. They don't know what they're talking about. No, they all look like jackasses. They don't know what they're talking about. Let my man do whatever he's doing. Play Justin Fields from this point on, and let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I just have a problem with Nagy always confusing people with like he playing some type of strategy against people. Nobody care about that. You know what I'm saying? All Detroit gonna do is look at fucking tape last week. They don't trip all what you talking about. They're not worried about no Andy Dalton. The person they worry about is Fields. They can do anything to Justin. Andy Dalton. We ain't tripping on him. About it. They're gonna sit on the routes on Andy Dalton. He ain't going deep at all. He on my team, so I'm just giving the facts on that. You know? I seen a joint the other day with a motherfucker. It's about to do Chicago Bears video. I think it's bear down or some shit. And his question was, do we want to lose tomorrow? Like what? And then he picked the Lions. Supposed to be a Bears fan. When you're the Bears fan, you're the Bears fan. What's wrong with you? The Bears are going to win tomorrow against the Lions. 52-3. The only reason the Lions are going to get 3 because we took everybody off the field to shoot a commercial. And then they kicked that field goal while we was out there. The Bears. What's wrong with you? Now, Matt Nagy. Let's get on Nagy now. Let's do Nagy press conference here. Matt Nagy. I'll be trying to defend you, bro.
Committed today, so he'll be questionable for Sunday. The starter is going to be a game time decision. both out there this week for practices, and Andy is getting better each day. We're just going to see where he's at on Sunday. Like I said, in regards to
we don't care where Andy at on Sunday. You can send him to Alaska the day of the game. When nobody asks you where he at. So stop talking about him, dog.
For Khalil, I talked about him where he was at. It was good to see him out there today and limited. I think that's important. That's a good start there. So he'll be questionable for Sunday. And other than that, that's really where we're at. I thought today we had a good day for red zone, and that's important. We got to get better there. Other than that, we don't have any questions.
Do you have two game plans?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you have a game plan for Andy and a game plan for Justin?
I'm not going to get into that with scheme.
I'm not asking what's in it.
Maybe. That's true. That's true. I think we feel good right now with where we're at with the game plan. And no, honestly, I think it's good. Those guys have been. Here's what's important in all seriousness. What's important is that they're both getting better, and then for us, that's a positive. And that's all we can do is continue to see where they're at. And, Andy, with him being limited, and continue to work through where he's at, and then see where he's at on Sunday.
Is Dalton either the starter or inactive?
That's a good question, and that's all what we're working through. That's part of what we're working through, that whole deal, because there's scenarios and things that we have to know on Sunday which way, how we're going to do that.
So he could potentially beat the number 2.
I really, really like the pool in Chicago. Whoever the pool in Chicago media, sports, y'all the shit. Ain't nothing, y'all don't ask, like here in DC, they don't ask their sports motherfuckers real good questions like y'all do. Like the coach can be the coach of the Wizards, don't get no good question like this shit. These be some good questions y'all be asking. Like it puts them in the whole way. You got to answer something, man. Like, come on. Like, how you gonna put Andy Dalton back up, but he's not fucking ready? Make your mind up. He ready? Because that means if something happened to Fields, he got to go in. But you saying he's not ready. Make your mind up. What's wrong with you?
When Justin starts?
Say that again with Foles, with Nick. I would to answer that question, because I think that's a good question too. I would say I feel good that between Andy and Justin, that will be good there between those two guys, and I don't foresee it being where Nick would be the starter.
Man, what about?
That's some. Wait a minute. Let's stay with that for a minute. No matter what to him, he don't care what it happened. As far as he's concerned, he can't see Foles to start it ever. Why is that? What is going on with Foles? He was horrible last year, so. But one thing I give Matt Nagy credit for. Last year we was fucked up. Like the first 3 games, we was fucking up some shit. I think we lost 6 straight or something. He switched it around. Got us in the playoffs. How can you lose 6 straight and get us in the playoffs, and y'all still win them 5? Like, come on.
What about the?
Is that what you're asking?
What about could Dalton be healthy enough to be the 2, but not the 1?
It all, again, we're working through all that. We're working through it all. There's a lot of different scenarios.
And if there's some question about Dalton's health, whether he can play, why not just start Justin Fields and let Dalton get better so he's 100% next week? It just seems to show a lack of confidence in Fields, to start again.
Again, another good question. Because the more and more you do this, like it seems like you're trying to rush Andy Dalton back. And every week you're trying to make sure, can you go, please? Okay, well, let us know the game day, man. Let me see how you look that day. Like, nigga, fuck him. It's Foles. For some reason, yeah, that's what it seems like. You don't have no confidence.
And to make another start after last week.
Right. No, I get all that, and that's not the case.
That's what you
The decision you make on who to start dependent solely on how Andy feels before the game, during warm-ups, when he wakes up tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, it's really it's
the finish line.
It's ongoing. It's
really good questions because these questions are making him look so fucking stupid. The shit he's saying is dumb. And all these questions make him look dumber. Because He has no real answer for these shits.
Today, it's tomorrow, it's Sunday. I feel like, again, the good part about both of those guys is that they're both progressing in the right way. And then what we got to do is be able to see where Andy's at, and really up until Sunday. That's why it's the game time decision. But in the meantime, for us, like to the first question that was asked with Brad with the game plans, like we know, if it's this one or that one, we know how to go about that.
It would seem to signal that if he was limited in practice today, then he couldn't play a game right now. Andy Dalton.
Again, for where we're at right now, I think it's great what Andy has come from the start when he got hurt, from the first day he got hurt till right now. He's been doing a great job of getting better each day, and that would be hard to answer, I think, to say that right now. I think that Andy's done a great job of getting better each day, so that when Sunday comes around, we're able to evaluate and see truly where he's at and where we're at.
The biggest issue, do you think, with his knee, just the ability to move around in the pocket, so he's not just a sitting duck back there?
No, but I think for him, when you go through an injury, and when you go through a knee injury and you have dropbacks, you have handoffs, you have, whatever it is that you have, you want to have ultimate trust in knowing that you're not thinking about that injury while you're playing. And, I can specifically say that because I know I went through that with an ACL injury. You think about that. And once you get by that, then you can start playing football. And I think that's part of it for him too, is just making sure that he feels good with that. And then you have
already though. He had to stay with scared him. Come on, man. He just did shit 2 weeks ago. What the fuck?
To go back to the first part of that is that his game that he played last week. I mean, he did a lot of things that he's going to learn from, but we also, like myself, have to help him. And so I think the biggest thing for him is, okay, here's how I was in the week of practice. Here's how I was on game day, both physically and mentally. Now, how am I going to be heading into this week? Am I getting better? Is there improvement? Am I getting better at the things I was good at? Am I getting better at the things that I wasn't so good at? And that's what we're doing as coaches throughout the week of practice, is being able to watch him and see that. And I can say from last week to this week that you do see that advancement. That's that there, knowing and feeling how he practiced. Is why I was injured that way.
Man, I think what a lot of Bears fans want to know is, why is it so important to you that Andy starts when he's not 100% on Friday?
Well, I would just say this again, for the situation that we're in right now with two guys that are injured, right? We have to be able to understand when there's injuries involved, it's really a lot different than anything else. When you have injuries involved, there's health, there's your status of your strengths and weaknesses within the game. And that's all stuff that internally we talk about. So, whatever it is in regards to why are you concerned about why people think you could make a decision Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or what the health is. I mean, we know what we're doing, and that's what what we're believing in and going with.
You know what you're doing, huh? You better know what you're doing, goddamn. When I look at the tape, though, it's play calling wasn't as bad as everybody's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just the blocking, to be honest with you. Because some of them plays, man, if he would have had a chance to stay his ass up without getting hit, they were bombs. There was at least 3 bombs. Man was coming wide open in these bombs that he was looking at, trying to throw to, and was getting hit. It was a few plays that was wide open. If he would have kept it instead of handing it to the running back, he might have ran for 70 yards. So I don't know.
And what could happen, and I think right now we feel good as a staff as to the what ifs, and so now we go about it.
With Andy's age and the fact that a 300-pound man could possibly land on him and hurt him further, why have you not taken a more cautious approach to his injury?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of what ifs that could go on. I mean, you can play that what if game all the time, and this is football. You know, I mean, you don't have to have a hurt knee, and that can happen. So this is football, and Andy would be the first to tell you that that's the last thing he's worried about.
I just want to check if anything's changed in the last 48 hours. Are you willing to tell us who's calling the plays Sunday, or is that
Nothing's changed from what I said Wednesday.
okay? If we were, I guess, on the other side of that, why does that make such a big difference from a competitive advantage? Just tendencies that you
Yeah, I think so. I would say that. You know, whatever. Again, there. That's for sure. Probably the number one thing is tendencies. To be quite honest, and at the same point in time, again, there was more things that we discussed, and that's like just big picture for all of us. I'm trying to keep that. When you have those discussions, not just the play calling and the things that went on last week, which we had a bunch of good ones. I think I try to, just out of respect to everybody I have those with, just keep that private.
Yeah, with two quarterbacks that have kind of different skill sets, how does that affect the team for it to be a game time decision?
I think that they understand. You know, we're not the first team that this has happened to. You know what I mean? Like, there's other teams, and we went through this last year too.
But is there a switching of gears mentally almost? You know, when from one to the other.
I think the players, when they just worry about themselves, you know, and they just say, hey, listen, man, I'm going to come out here and do my job, and I'm not a quarterback. So whatever happens, whoever is our quarterback, that's what we believe in, and we'll roll.
With Eddie Goldman, he took off the injury report. What are you expecting out of him in his first?
Good answer, but Eddie Gold, damn, he nice, but I don't even think he been on the field. Shit, he's a nice pickup. Like, the GM got a lot of players on our roster, man, that can take us to the Super Bowl. I'm trying to check. The GM is good. I like the GM of the Bears.
First game in 2019, and will he be on any kind of snap count since it has been so long?
I think for Eddie, number one, I give him credit for really getting to this point right now. It's unlucky what happened in that early on there the first week, but that's a part of life. And so for him to get back to this point and really for all of us to feel good about where he's at with his status here on the deal, I think we're going to see a player that's going to come out and give it his all. I don't like to put stat lines or anything like that.
One thing about it, we ain't got to worry about our defense. Defense straight. We ain't got to discuss that. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I don't know why they ain't bringing the defense up. Because defense had 5 sacks. Nobody talking about that for some reason. How can you get 5 sacks and nobody bring up your defense? So I don't need nobody talking about the defense. Defense straight. For real, for real. What we need everybody to do is get this offense together, man. First of all, there ain't a whole bunch of moves you can do, but eventually we have to get rid of Jimmy Graham. Eventually. Because his salary is just, we use his salary for somebody else on the defense, for real. Or that salary right here and get a lineman. Matter of fact, let me read off these lines. So, right tackle, you got 2 right tackles. Infinity. Infinity, he's decent, man. He's decent, but I don't think, in fact, I don't know, man. He died good. He played good at tackle. I ain't gonna bullshit you. So, I don't know. He played good there. Now, he got beat last week. I didn't like that, what he did. He really got beat last week. So, I haven't went back and watched all the film on Fetty, but Fetty so far, he decent, man. Right tackle, you know. Backing him up, you got Wilkerson. You know what I'm saying? Third string, you got Simmons. Right guard, you got James Daniels. Center, you got Mustafa. Now, he decent. He decent. Oh, man. We got Cody. He's okay. And Jason Peterson. We just got to do something on this line, man. Like the linemen that we have, we can't do nothing with them. We can't win a championship with them. Put it like that. None of them. Peterson is just too old. His days are numbered. They'd be better off moving him to guard. I don't think he'd be good at guard, but he might play guard better than he could play right tackle. think you should move Peterson to guard, right guard. But I don't know. Running back, we sold up tight. You know what I'm saying? But the receivers, man, Marquez Gooden, Allen Robinson, Perryman, and Webster. Now, don't get me wrong, all these receivers nice as fuck, right? They just so small. I think the quarterback bigger than all of them. We need a wide receiver that threatens people, man. Like, we need a big receiver that's over the top. Like, these receivers, and Allen Robinson is the best receiver. He can't go over the top. Last week, he wasn't even beating this man. He wasn't beating linebackers was playing a one-on-one. He wasn't beating them. Give Justin Fields somewhere to throw it to. So you had a line ain't giving him no time to think back there. You had receivers not even getting open. So we just lucky he ain't throw no interceptions. For real. I just think we need to work on that motherfucking offensive line first. That's the main thing we gotta do. The offensive line have to be worked on ASAP. Now, we picked up 2 rookies, you know what I'm saying? But there's no way. We have to. We gotta do better. We have to do better with the linemen, man. We have to. There's no way we're gonna win a championship. Because I ain't got no problem with the defense. The defense itself, you know what I'm saying? Defense, we're gonna crush them. You know what I'm saying? We need to get Gibson back. The defense. He got a hamstring. We need to get him back in there. We need to get motherfucking Igualade back in there. I mean, my linebacker, he got a hamstring. He out. He's like, I don't know. Gibson doubtful though, so there's a chance that he can play. You know, we need to get Goldman back in there as ASAP. So we kind of got a squad. You know what I'm saying? So this week we going up against the Lions, Detroit Lions. Now Detroit Lions got DeAndre Swift at running back, so he decent, but his groin hurt, so he not in it. You know what I'm saying? Not even gonna be in it this week. Well, he questionable, put it like that. Questionable. I think we just gotta do something with those receivers ASAP. Cornerback, Jalen Johnson right now is one of the top cornerbacks in the league. So you can leave him alone. Next year I need him to change his number, but that's peanut number. We don't need people to win certain numbers they just can't wear. I'll be mad when I see people with these numbers because I can't see your career going anywhere with that number, man. We can't retire you that if you do something special because that's somebody else's shit. Like you can't have number 50 on in a Chicago Bear uniform. Like, no. I don't care who you are. You can't do it. You can't put 33 on. That's peanut. You can't do that. You can't put Richard Dent number on. You can't do it. Walter Payton can't do it. Devin Hester can't do it. Don't let you ever touch that number. See these numbers right here. You just can't have people run around with those numbers on. That's the shit that blows me, man. I can't watch a Chicago Bear player with the number of Mike Singletary on because I can't take him seriously after that. You got Eddie Jackson safety as usually nice, you know what I'm saying? But we need to get Gibson back in because he's our hitter. You know what I'm saying? He has to get back in there. So to me, our secondary nice because Jalen Johnson coming into his own. You know what I'm saying? One of the top. He going to the Pro Bowl, whether people like that or not. Cornerback going to the Pro Bowl. Vilda, I don't like at all. Shetty, I don't like at all. You know what I'm saying? Bush, decent, but we can get rid of him too. So to me, our first starting corner is good, and both our safeties are good. We need a cornerback and 3 other cornerbacks. Simple as that. Got beef in that secondary up. Without the starters, once the starters go out, man, we in trouble back in the secondary. So we need to do something with that ASAP. And defensive tackle, we ain't got no problem. We got Hicks back there, you know what I'm saying? Blackson back up in there, you know what I'm saying? So we're not even tripping off that. Tongo, I'm liking the way he looking and shit. So we ain't got to worry about that, you know? Travis Gibson, of course, Cleo Mack, you know what I'm saying? So we good. We good in defense, man. I can't even wait till we play tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We keep up. Defense like that. You know? Defense like that. Now, this is second start for Justin Fields. His second start now. First start, by all counts, was a disaster, no matter how you looked at this game. You know what I'm saying? It was a disaster. You can't look at it no other way. Now, of course, Justin Fields' first game was a disaster. And I'm gonna say it's a disaster my damn self. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. It was terrible. He couldn't, I mean, Jesus. If you watch that game, I just can't imagine any other quarterback unless it's something I don't know about, the change in the line or something I don't know about, that would have stopped all that. Whew. I just can't imagine anybody else doing any different from what happened there. Offensive line was ferocious. Play calling wasn't even that bad, to be honest with you. It's just the offensive line. Miss blocks is just crazy. It was like 4 missed blocks where it was straight headhunt missed blocks. Nah, man. Can't do that. So this week against the Detroit Lions, first of all, I just think, even though Detroit is not playing good right now, I still think they can beat us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, young rookie, he's 22 years old. Right? He's learning. 6'3", 228. It's like, nigga, this is what I've been looking for. Man. He started one game. He came in for relief for Andy Dalton, I think the third quarter of the other game. So in those 2 games, got 138 yards passing. One interception. Yeah, 1 interception. Was giving him a 39.9 rate so far. 39.9 rate. Now, in the Rams game, where he was played sparingly, he only threw the ball twice. He was 2 for 2, 10 yards, 5-yard average. Against the Bengals, he used sparingly. But he got Andy Dalton got hurt, so he threw 13 passes. He was 6 for 13 for 60 yards, 4.6 average, 1 interception. Then against the Browns, where he started, he was 6 for 20, 68 yards, 3.4 yards average. He was sacked 9 times. So in 2 games, he's been sacked 11 times. God damn. He's been sacked 11 times in 2 games. 1 interception, 1 fumble. Now he fumbled, but he got that back. So he didn't really fumble. Now, we as an offense have to put the ball in Montgomery's hand ASAP. It can't be nobody else talked about. It got to be a David Montgomery football team. It has to be, we got to get David Montgomery 2,000 yards. That has to be our focus from this point on. Everything else is going to work itself out. We need a line to stop and say, nope, we're going to give my man 2,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? I understand now the moves they made in the offseason, as far as rookies are concerned, was Jenkins and Burrow. Burrow from Missouri and Jenkins from Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jenkins is out. He had surgery on his back, so they thinking he supposed to come back like middle of December or something like that, which is way too late. But he is the future. You know what I'm saying? He's nasty, nasty tackle. We got Larry Brown, who's 6'5", 333 pounds. And he nice. He only 22. So now we got him, who's 22. What happened to him anyway? Why he not playing? So I know Jenkins had surgery. Why Larry Brown not playing? Oh, he got his leg turned over. Yeah, he got his leg twisted. He on his reserve. God damn. But I got him and Peters being two nasty left tackle and right tackles, dog. So I just really think, oh my God, I just think those two will anchor the end for Justin Fields. I just think Tevin Jenkins and Larry Brown is the future on the line. Someone 6'6", both of them 6'6". I just think they the future, man. Put them two on both ends. And man, I can't wait till those two are healthy and get in the line of scrimmage. So they get in the line. I can't wait. You know, injury reserve. What's wrong with him, though? Ain't no Larry Burns on injury reserve. He's gonna be a nice tackle. Man, I can't wait. Man. Let me see. Oh shit. Let's see here. Just Crawford. They don't have him on the injury reserve. He's an IR. God, damn, let me see. That job. Right tackle. You're not even on it. There you go. You're not telling me what's wrong with him. He is on injury reserve. Bears shall replace rookie Larry Burham on injury reserve for what? Burham injured ankle. Okay. So he get to come back next week. So let me see. So Peters, when he come back? Because he come back next week. Burham come back next week. So hopefully he can be. I want him to start starting too. I don't want none of these rookies to be sitting around and just talking, oh, I gotta learn on the bench. I don't want to hear all this shit, man. I want Burham in there. I want Peters in there. And I want Justin Fields in there ASAP. ASAP. Now, Brown, Fields, what? Peters. Let's see if he comes back. Hold up. That's not Jason Peters. I mean, that's Jason Peters, but that's not one thing. Wait a minute, what's my name? Hold up. What? Finney, Anderson, Seaman, Daniels, Alex Ross. Oh, they don't took maybe plenty of everything. Okay. He ain't coming back this year then. Yeah, he ain't coming back this year. So he ain't on he done it. Yeah. Well, Eddie Goldman should be coming back too. Expected to return to action. Damn, that nigga nice too. If he get in there, man. We got a lot of activity up in their fronts, man. With him, Quinn, Mac, shit. Whew. Hicks. Man, I love that front. Man, we gotta go to Super Bowl. Damn. The new defensive coordinator got an eye. I got my eye on you too, bro. Got my eye on you, bro. All this changing numbers. I don't like this wild ass shit at all. I just need the Bears to work on their offensive line, man. That's all I need. We good. We got Hicks, Quinn, Matt, Goldman coming back. Like that front line. Fuck you. Vicious. Sam Musford. Now, this is what Sam Musford said. It was like going to the dentist. No one likes going to the dentist. Give you honest feedback. We had a lot of cavities on Sunday. That's something you've got to improve on, got to fix, got to floss every day. So it's back to the details and back to execution. And seemingly back to the drawing board after offense failed to score a touchdown in Cleveland, mustered the second fewest yards in the Bears game history, 47, and allowed 9 sacks and shy of a team record. Hey. Musford said, it's not about woe is me. We could be like that and allow the Browns to beat us twice. Or we can get back to now. That what he just said right there was something Justin Fields said. We're gonna let's do his interview in a minute, but that's something that Justin Fields said before. So it's obviously something that they all said in the locker room. Don't let Cleveland beat us twice. I feel like we did a good job of that yesterday and today. Just focus forward. We've got a lot of football to let play. Look for solutions. Look for corrections, things we can improve on. Obviously, the only way to go is up. It's just being honest with yourself. Musburg blamed the offensive line woes in Cleveland on us not executing our assignments, not using fundamentals, and techniques in situations where we were giving them certain things we didn't need to give them. Yeah, pretty much. That's on the nose. For me, specifically, I think back to a run with David Montgomery, Musfer said, I took the wrong angle. I've got to make that block so he can make that cutback and make the play. There's multiple cases like that throughout the film. I'm not happy with my own performance from that front. I think everybody on the offensive line room in our offense is capable of doing that. We're grown men. We're professionals. We know what we put out on Sunday field was unacceptable in multiple fronts. Then after that, Musburger was asked what type of communications he's had with rookie quarterback Justin Fields, who was under constant pressure while making his first NFL start against the Browns. How can I help you improve? How can I help you do your job better? Hold on, what? That's the only conversation that we had, and that's the only conversation that's need to be had. How can I do my job so that you can execute your job at a high level? We didn't do that for Justin on Sunday. No, y'all didn't. Musfer and the rest of the offense are eager to rebound this Sunday when the Bears host the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Dial. And Musfer is like one of the people. It's only people you just have to keep right now, but you have to find some dynamic linemen too, man. You know what I'm saying? You just have to. So I think the two rookies they picked up is going to be nice. I think they're going to be nice. Now, y'all know Quinn got 4 sacks. See, quietly, that's what I mean. He going to Pro Bowl. So we got things brewing under the table. You got him. You got number 33, a cornerback. And we got a middle linebacker. There's 3 different people going to Pro Bowl. Definitely. So I gotta give me a jersey, man. Wait for my joint to come in the mail now. Jersey. Or rookie jersey. You know? Let's see. Let's see. So yeah, and then wide receivers, man, we just need some bigger receivers. Don't have Mooney good, but I think if you put a package together, right? You put motherfucking Allen Robinson or somebody, you can get a big receiver out here. We need a big receiver. We need somebody big, man. Allen Robinson, we're not gonna win the Super Bowl with him being the number 1 receiver. That's not happening. We need somebody that can grow with Fields. You need to get some veterans. And you need a number 1 receiver to be somebody the same age as Fields. And they both go to Pro Bowl together. That type shit. But other than that, man, I feel good about tomorrow, man. I feel good about the game. I just feel good about our offense. I feel good, damn good about the defense. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good. Damn good, you know? I feel like I think Justin Fields have to start the rest of the season, period. Like, they got 1 extra game this season. They already skipped that one because Dalton played those. So now we just in the regular season type shit. We just let him play it out, man. Let Justin Fields play this thing out. You know? But other than that, I definitely got the Bears tomorrow. Definitely know that. Got the Bears 52-3. The Bears. They're only getting 3 because we had to go to the bathroom. You know, we stayed in the locker room too long. That's it. That's the only reason they got that 3. We left too quick. You know, ref gave the false whistle. You know, we left the field too quick. That's the only reason they got 3. Other than that, 52-3 Bears. 52-3 Bears. Another thing, the special teams, we need somebody dynamic punt return too. We don't have nobody back there punt return. I mean, they picked up a lot of people too, though. But I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled because we had Devin Hester. That can be it. In fact, I think that is it. Because when you look at punt returns, you're thinking, why they not doing what Devin was doing? Because Devin used to bust those joints. Long runs, or, you know.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down to the field. We're so fast, we know we're
I can't
good.
wait till tomorrow.
Blowing your mind like when you
It's all about Justin Fields, baby. Justin Fields. For the next 10 years. Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like Mickey Moe Dance. We had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears